first tool what we will cover today is called Scispace. It's called Scispace. So I'll give a quick demo about the Scispace also. So what you have to do is you have to go to Google and type Scispace, and then the first search comes up, which you can open and you can go and create your login here. You can log in through any of your Gmail ID also. That will also work. I have created a Gmail ID, so I have logged in through my Gmail ID. So this is how the interface looks like. This is how the interface of this Scispace looks like. The major usage of the Scispace is to conduct the literature review in more detail. Scispace is generally used to conduct the literature review in a great detail, right? So it helps us to explore different literature and then the literature articles and then go much more deeper into that using the artificial intelligence capabilities of this particular tool, right? So for an example, let's say there are multiple options available here to search the literature review. Please note you can upload your files also. Before we proceed into this entire lecture, I would like to give a disclosure that these AI tools have to be used as an assistant, right? Those tools can be used as assistants. They cannot replace the human's critical thinking capability, right? So we should not paralyze our critical thinking capability, but we can explore using these AI tools for our ease of work and then to speed up the work and increase the productivity. So here you can see in this particular tool, there are multiple options available here. You can see standard, high quality, deep review, right? When you find out here, so let's say deep search, that gives the deep search on your topic. So for an example, let's say any of the topic. The topic which I may take today could be related with my application, but you can explore any of the topic here and then we can identify the research papers here. So for an example, see, I am writing resource allocation for 6G semantic communication and deep review, right? So I'll ask it to find out available literature on this. It may take few minutes or maybe few seconds. It depends on how deeper it is, right? So it is now asking, could you please clarify or narrow down, right, more on this? So I can just further say resource allocation methods for 6G wireless communication or 6G semantic communication, and then I can ask it again, goes through. It may take few minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. We don't know how much time it takes, but what it does is it will summarize all possible research papers which it can find out over the literature on the internet or across different journals, different books, different online sources, through the conferences, anywhere, right? So it will summarize me. Once I have that, there are multiple functions which we want to take a look one by one. Once I have that, there are multiple functionalities that we have to see one by one. So let it happen for 1 or 2 minutes. It may take 1 or 2 minutes and then we can explore that in more detail. In the meantime, I'll show you a few more functionalities. In the meantime, it searches. I'll show you a few more functionalities. Let us say you have already searched few papers in your application or in your domain on Google. What you can do is you can bring those papers here and you can upload them here. You can see that upload PDFs. You can click on the upload PDF and you can upload those papers. You can click on the upload PDF and you can upload those papers here. Such as, look at this, I have uploaded 10 papers here. Now the beauty of this begins from here. So now this is a library based collection where I have uploaded the papers. What it does is, it gives me multiple columns here. Such as conclusions, abstract, summarized abstract, shorter and condensed version of abstract, different limitations, what are the contributions, what are the method used, what is the research gap, what is the future research scope, different columns it gives me here. Now, I can add my custom column and message also, right? So here you can see what I created. Some of the columns here is, we'll create one column for a demo, literature survey. So literature survey gives me a crisp survey of this particular article, first article. Then it goes to the second article, and then in the same column of that table, it gives the shorter survey of that entire article. Then similarly, it does it for all. On the similar line, the second column added was contributions. It says what are the contribution in that paper given by these authors, right? So it gave me the contribution in the field by this particular article. Similarly, it does it for second article also, and then the fourth article. Same way it does it for all. One more column I have added here is called method used. What are the methodologies they have been used in this particular article? And it compares in this table for all the articles. It compares in this table for all the articles. Most interestingly, the researchers are looking for the research gap. And they do not have idea, or sometimes they struggle in finding the research gap. This tool is excellent in identifying the research gaps, where it summarizes article-wise research gaps or future research scope, where you can dig it more in detail. So you can see these are the research gaps given, identified when reading the first paper. These are the research gap identified when reading the second paper, and so on. It does it for all, and so on. It does it for all. Now you can take a look. I can create a custom column also. Now let's say I want to have a column specifically I want to know what are the limitations. So I can click on this limitation tab here. You can see plus, and it is creating a limitation, a column based on the limitations. Now you can see for this article number 1, whatever the work was presented, it has identified some sort of limitations here. Now these limitations can be enhanced. We can work on these limitations and enhance the work further. We can contribute in the same direction in this particular field, and we can identify the future scope. Similarly, you can see these are the limitations of the second paper, and so on it goes, and so on it goes. It may take few minutes in identifying the limitations and printing here, displaying here, but that works very well. So you can see now you can add some custom columns also if you want, right? You can add some custom columns also if you want. So in that way you can look into this. You can look into this. Now there is an excellent feature. All these things you can export in a particular desired file also. All these things, this entire table you can export. So here you can see if you want to export in terms of an Excel file, you can click on an Excel file, and then it will start processing your export, right? And then it emails also that when your export is ready, you will get the copy of that across your login email also, right? So this is a great feature. You can export all these things. You can export all these things. There are multiple filtering options available here also. Now let's go back and see the previous work which we put on the search, and we said that it will take 5 minutes, right? So now I am back on that deep review search, right? So what I have created here, so you can see all the resources, right? All the resources, or you can say materials on this particular topic have been listed here. You can see I can ask it different questions also. So you can see now all these papers are listed here. This has been identified on the internet, 1, 2, and so on. It lists all the papers, and it does it. I have tried till 100, but there are 300 and more papers here, but I have tried till 100. You can definitely make a table of 100 papers, and whatever the columns we have just discussed previously, they are here. You can see all the insights. I don't have to read. So let's say sometimes we read in a wrong direction. Sometimes after reading the entire article, we come to know that this article is of no use. Then we lose the time. That's why this is very useful. By using this tool, we can look at the quick insights and we can decide whether this tool is useful for us or not. Whether this tool is useful for us or not. So you can see there is one entire column called insight. It gives me the insights of all the papers in 2-3 sentences. With that, I can make a call whether I want to pursue this paper for further reading or not. Then it gives me a literature survey contribution and all these methodologies, research gap, future research, everything, right? So this is our future research scope in this particular article. Similarly, it does it for all the papers in a tabular form, right? In a tabular form. There are certain sorting options here. You can see you can have the newest first or oldest first, or you can sort based on the citation count also. Or you can sort based on the citation count also, right? So whichever the article has largest number of citation count, that will appear here first. Subsequently, second paper will be there. Let's say sometimes you want to go by the relevance, or sometimes you want to go by, let's say, what we call it, newest first, latest article first. Then you can just click on newest first and it will rearrange all the articles which is newest first, right? So these are certain few filtering options that are available for us, right? There are certain filters available for us, and you can definitely export that at your ease, like CSV file, Excel file, correct? So different file formats are available where you can export, Now there are certain important things which I would like to show you here, Now you can take a look. Chatting. So now let's say if you want to have chat option, so you can look at this. Here I have selected the first article and then I have selected the second article, right? So these two articles I'm reading and I want to consider these two articles, and then I can have, let's say, chat with two papers also. So look at this, first article has been selected, second article has been selected, and then I'm clicking on chat with two papers. Now here you can see I can chat with these two articles and then I can ask any question which I want to ask. Like for an example, can you identify any novel methodologies or approaches used in these papers, right? So I'll ask this question. You can manually type also, absolutely. You can manually type also, and it has given some auto prompt which you can use it if they are useful, which are here. All these auto prompts, general prompts which are used here, right? Now it may take few seconds to summarize that detail, what I have requested, but it does it for two articles, right? So it is looking into two articles simultaneously. You can do it for multiple articles and then use this feature. For an example, you can say novel methodologies and approaches in that particular framework. You can see novel methodologies and approaches in this particular framework. You look at this, all this information has been derived, and this is really good start, and we can use it and have a manual reading on top of it further. Now this was really good for multiple chats. Now let's see any of the article you can pick it up, and okay, so I'll just take this article. I have opened this article. And maybe you can check for some sort of article where we have the mathematical model also, so that I can explain you some sort of advanced feature. Let's just see whether it has the math. Yeah, it has some math. Yeah, fine. This will work for us. So you can see this particular article I have opened here. At the left hand side, you have article interface, and at the right hand side, you have the chatting interface. You have the chatting interface where you can chat with this particular article. Now you can see I've already placed that. I'll do this here. You can see I am giving a command or a prompt here. You can see write a short literature review in 2 sentences covering the contributions, trend and research gap for the future scope. I have done that already in here, though I'll do it again to give you a demo, and then you can see this is my prompt which I am giving it and hitting enter. What it does, you can take a look. It may take few seconds, which is okay, and what it does, it will try to summarize entire literature review of this article. I mean, whatever the basic essence or crux given in this particular article, that is summarized here. You can take a look. In two sentences, it has given me 2 or 3 sentences. I've asked specifically 2 sentences, so it gives me in 2 sentences. Now you can ask something else also. Let's ask something else also, right? So let's ask something else also. Let's say I want to understand this abstract in more detail, right? I want to understand this abstract in more detail. I'll say explain the abstract of the paper with great detail, or maybe a little bit of easy language. This goes through the abstract. Now when I ask it, this tool goes through the abstract and it explains me the abstract also. So I can chat. If I don't have the doubt, earlier we used to go to other human beings and ask the questions, right? Now similarly, we can refer to this as an assistant, and if we have questions or queries, we can ask it here. This is really a good tool to clear our doubts. You can also do this way. Let's say discuss the problems addressed in the paper. Discuss the problems addressed in the paper, and hit enter. In few seconds, whatever the problem or multiple problems they have discussed, it will summarize here. Whatever the problems they have discussed, it will summarize here, right? It will summarize here. You can see these are the problems addressed in this particular article, right? So all this. Please note, it is applicable to any field. You can upload your PDF, or you can search online through the deep search. Here, what we have done, and click on that, it will take you to that particular PDF, right? Here I have used a library based PDF for chatting. You can give a try. We'll share the recordings also, so that you can give a try offline. So now you can see one more question generally researchers face is sometimes the equations are not clear. Right? Some mathematical equations. It depends on the field. But let's say a researcher is engaged in the mathematical field and some of the equations are not clear to him. So let's say there is an excellent feature here called explain math and table, right? So I can click on this explain math, and then what I can do is I can just snip this mathematical formula here and just leave it. On the right hand side, you can take a look, that formula has been snipped, and this tool is going through the article and collecting the meaning and explanation, and then giving me the crisp detail, or maybe in more detail, to clear my doubts, right? So now you can take a look. It has explained me the mathematical equation. It has explained me the mathematical equation here with a great detail, which I was unable to understand. It is doing it nicely. This formula has been captured, and the equation says so and so. So for an example, the equation UI quantifies the number of distinct semantic classes which are identified within an image, and so on. Right? So this is really a good tool. Now let's say some of the figure or table, right? Let's see if there is any table. This is applicable to table also. Okay, this is applicable to a particular table also. So for an example, let's say I'll just snip this and let's see whether it does it or not. Let's say I'm not able to understand this figure. So okay, so what I'll do, I'll just snip this figure. Click on first you click on explain math. First you click on this explain math and table, and just snip this. It will automatically take this dump here at the right hand side, at the right hand side in the chat window. And then it will start producing me the explanation of this particular figure. It will start producing the explanation. It will start producing the explanation of this particular figure. Here you can see that everything is being explained nicely, and intelligent switching for semantic communication. Yeah, it's doing it nicely and thoroughly. It explains me the entire figure. Now this is really good. Now there are certain, let's say for an example, you are not able to understand particular text. Okay. So you are not able to understand particular text. So for an example, let's say abstract. Okay. Click on this particular abstract. I'm not able to understand it. So what I can do is I can Just select that and you can click on explain text, explain specific text. Just click on this, right hand side, it will explain that specific text which I have selected. Right hand side, it will explain me that particular text which I have selected. This is really good. This is really good. It is explaining me the entire text which I have selected in more comprehensive detail. Now let's say if you want to find out the related articles with reference to this, right? If you want to find out related articles with reference to this, so what I can do is, something went wrong, let me just reload. Okay. So you can see, just select this again and I want to find out the related article with this. So now you can see, it says get related papers. It says get related papers. In this, when I click on it, it summarizes the related papers with that. It summarizes the related papers with that. So we can take a look here. That works really good. That works really good. These are the related papers with this particular thing. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 most related papers with this particular abstract. It has searched and given me that particular data. So it becomes very easier. I need not to struggle for searching. Right now, you can save these details or whatever we do in the notebook also, right? You can save it, or you can directly copy paste from here to Word if you want to. There is a feature called save to the notebook that is also possible. So let's see. So here you can see whatever I have created here, the data generated, right? I want to save it to a notebook. So what I'll do, I'll click on that, save to notebook. So this is my notebook. At left hand side, it will come. Maybe there is a lag, little bit of, but it will come. So you can see this is my notebook. At left hand side, you can see the data what I have generated or extracted for my usage. It has been saved here, and it is giving the citations also. You can change the citations format also. Let's say APA, you can do it APA or MLA. Different types of formats are also possible. You can just change the citation format also. Right? So this is really good. So you can access your notebooks at any time. There is one latest feature which I would like to show you today, sometimes is of great use. It does it a podcast. It does it in the form of a podcast also. You can click on that and play this article as a podcast. So it gives you a podcast which you can hear it out maybe when you're traveling or when you're not in hyper mood of reading, and when you are chilling out and you want to have some sort of light reading. You can have it on, create a podcast. It will generate a podcast of this article and then speak in the form of a speech, maybe question answers based discussions, and in the form of a podcast. Once it is ready, it will give us an indication that the podcast is ready. Let's see. Let's wait for 6 more seconds if it does it. Otherwise, we'll come back and see. So let's see if it does it, generating the podcast. Yeah, it has generated the 5 minutes of crisp podcast, which I can download also. So you can take a look. I can download also, and then I can play it around. And I can play it around also. Now that you can hear, when you are using this tool, you can hear on your headphone. That you can hear. That was a great feature which is available on this one. There is really good tool. Let's say some of the information you like it and you want to use it in your article, right? Along with the citation. We will cite this paper. Only ethical usage will do of the AI tools. So now let's say I am just taking this information and copy. Right? Now there is tool called paraphraser. You can see left hand side. In this place here, you can see this tool, paraphraser. Yeah. This tool is called paraphraser. When you click on this paraphraser, right? So now let's see the information which I've copied, I'll put it here, right? The information which I've copied, I'll put it here, or maybe I can open it, or you can take any of the information. Why is not showing? Yeah. So you can see I have copied that information here. And I can click on paraphrase. I can click on paraphrase. Now you can see it has paraphrased my information in some other words, and so the plagiarism content goes down. And definitely do not forget to give the citation followed by the manual check. Now what you have to do is you have to check it manually, ensure you have to check it manually and ensure that the meaning is not changed, and technically it is correct, as well as whatever I wanted to convey is done. So this tool is really good. You can have a paraphraser inbuilt here, whatever you want to paraphrase, right? This is really good. Apart from that, there are many other things also. So here you can see this is one more tool is available called citation generator, right? Citation generator, you can search it, let's say for a particular article, right? You can just copy paste a particular article here, or maybe whatever you have it, correct? So now what it does, it generates the citation here. Look at this. I've just selected one article from here, let's say risk factors for severe COVID-19, correct? And you can see it is generating a citation for it. It is really generating a citation for it. You can see here it has generated this is the article's detail. And here you can see it has generated me the detailed version of the citation. Now you can change the format also, right? Instead of APA, let's say you can have IEEE or MLA or any other format. MLA you can also use it, or IEEE also use it, any format, whichever is applicable to you, to your field and the journals related to that. And then you can see it has created me the citation in that particular format. This is really good. This tool is really good. The paraphraser and the citation generator is really good. So you can paraphrase it using paraphraser followed by citation. You generate citations here, and do not forget to cite. Right? Do not forget to cite. And then you can have it all these things repeatedly. So let's see some of these other features what it has here. So you can see my library, you can save the articles here and upload, then save, and then do whatever we have done it right now, right? You can chat with PDF, definitely. There is an AI writer tool available. Okay, citation generator we have seen. This is really good. PDF to video converter. Okay, so this is really good. PDF to video converter. What you can do is you can upload your PDF and convert it in terms of a video. Let's see in my library if I have any, and if I can convert it in video. Correct. Let's see if I convert it in video here. Yeah. So PDF to video converter. So I have to upload a paper for this. So particular paper. Let's see. Any of the paper, if I can, quickly put on just 1 minute. Yeah, I'll upload any of the literature review paper and see how it works. Okay, so I've just taken one paper and I'm uploading. I've just taken one paper and I'm uploading. So you can see it is creating a video out of this paper. I'm not sure how this person's video will be face will be used or not, but some sort of, I don't know how we deal with that, but this is kind of an initial phase, but there are other good features available, right? So now, because there will be a copyright using someone's face here, is this face AI generated? If it is an AI generated face, you can have that video for a quick review purpose. That's okay. Now, there are two more important things is you can use it along with your Google Chrome. There is an extension called Chrome extension. You can use it there. Right? And this you can use it along with ChatGPT also. You can install a plugin there in ChatGPT, and you can use it along with the ChatGPT also. Very often, ChatGPT doesn't cite the sources. When you install this plugin in ChatGPT, it will cite the sources. So for an example, this is a ChatGPT window and I have this Scispace here, and maybe you can pick up any of the topic and search it on this. It will cite all the sources, right? It will cite all the sources. It may ask for a permission to confirm whether it can communicate with Scispace or not. That you have to confirm. And then what it does is it will give me the overview, and I'll ask it to generate the citations also. Cite the references, and give me the list also, right? If it doesn't do that, I'll ask it. Okay, it is doing it by default. I need not to do it. So it looks like it's doing the job. So you can see for this particular information, this source is cited. For this one, this source is cited. For this one, this source is cited. So all the sources are cited, as well as it has given me a particular table too. Now I can ask it to give me the reference list also. So I can say, okay, give me the reference list. Give me the reference list, or you can say list of references, right? Spellings do not matter here because it's an AI tool. Okay, so it gives me the references. This is a reference list. You can change the formats also. You can say put it in IEEE format or MLA, APA, whatever format you want, right? You can ask it to do that job. It does it. So look at this. The entire reference list is being created here, which we can copy and use it in our article or somewhere. Do not forget to cite any of the source, otherwise it will go as a plagiarism. And AI course, different universities will have different guidelines. Refer to those guidelines. If university says AI course usage should be below 20%, we have to stay below that. If they say do not use, we should not use. So it's up to different universities and how much you want to leverage